Okay, so headstand, preparing for headstand. So headstand is a very achievable pose if you put in some work to strengthen the core and strengthen the shoulders. Some quite simple poses that will allow you to progress towards that. Most of them you're probably very familiar with, some of them maybe not so much. So I'm going to start with the basics. I'm not going to spend too long, I'm just going to show you the poses and then maybe give you a suggestion for how you might build a sequence. So as with many things, down dog is the foundation for everything. Down dog works all of the muscles, so it's important that you're doing it correctly. So for down dog, your feet are hip distance apart, your hands are shoulder width apart, you're pressing down into the thumb and the first finger a little bit more, so as you're engaging the carpal tunnel and you're not dumping into the wrists at the front. You're sending the tailbone up, so I'm not kind of arching through the back here and loading into the wrists. I'm sending the tailbone up and sending the heels down. So don't worry if you've got tight hamstrings and the knees need to be bent here, that's absolutely fine, it's no problem. But you're pushing back into the heels and your weight is even. So you've got 4 points of contact with the floor, and all of those 4 points of contact want to have even weight distribution, so 25% on each of them. If you've got quite a cushioned mat, you can have a look at your handprints just to make sure that you're not dumping into any part of the hand. Don't worry if you haven't, you'll know. So that's the first move you need to start to build strength. And then the next move after that is a plank. So you've got a couple of options with plank. So the first one is a high plank. So your hands are just in front of the shoulders, you're pushing back through the heels and you're not dropping through the midsection here, it's engaged, you're strong, your shoulders are back, that's a plank. So again, start to build up how long you can hold your plank for. And then after that comes dolphin plank. So it's exactly the same position, but it's a little bit tougher on forearms. So everything, all the other things remain the same. You're pushing back through the heels, tummy is engaged, and you can start to hold plank. So this is all building core strength and building strength into the shoulders. Then we come to dolphin. So from your down dog, to come into dolphin, you just take the forearms down. So the position is exactly the same except for the forearms are down. And then from here, you can do a dolphin rock. So you just bring the chin backwards and forwards in a kind of a seesaw-like motion backwards and forwards, and that really starts to build up strength in your shoulders. And then after that, you're starting to practice taking weight on the head. So you can do that in, I think this is called hare pose, rabbit pose. Anyway, you come onto the crown of the head and you just start to practice taking weight there. And you can come up and down from that one. And then after that, it's about walking in, walking the toes in. So you would set yourself up, so you'd grab hold of your elbows, bring the hands in front of you, fingers together, clasp the fingers, little fingers point forward. And then you're going to find the crown of your head. So it's really important that you're actually on the crown of your head. And then from this position, you're pressing into the elbows, so your shoulders are taking the weight. And then again, come up into that dolphin down dog type position. So the sitting bones are up, and then you just start to walk the feet in and out. So in that sequence, what you're doing is you're working to have a nice, that's not straight, a nice straight spine. So crown of the head and then the hips at the top. So you'll probably work with that walking in and out for a while. I would say probably start to build the strength up with all of those moves in your normal practice. And then next Tuesday I will add on the next stage. So if you're managing to find yourself vertical, then how we lift one knee and then the other knee. I know a lot of you are already at that position. So just spend a week working on that, and then we'll progress it next week. Enjoy. Any questions, give me a shout.